Hey y'all, Lois with Lily Grace's Attic here, and today I'm going to be making for you a DIY sugar scrub with dandelions, okay? Now, I'm not a homesteader. I mean, I'm trying to be, but I'm not. I'm not an expert on dandelions. I'm not an herbologist. Is that the right word? And I'm certainly not a health expert. I'm just a mom who's trying to do better. I normally am on here doing crafty things, but you guys know every time I find something that I'm like, oh, my friends will like this, I'm gonna share it with you guys. Something that's gonna make our lives better or easier or benefit us in some way. I wanna share that, whether it's arts and crafts or recipes or things like this. This is actually gonna be a gift. So this falls into that gift category. You can make it for yourself or give it as a gift, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I wanted to try it, and I thought I'd share it and bring you along. Hopefully it works out. So I saw this post actually on Pinterest. It was posted by the Pistachio Project is where I first saw it, and it's super simple. It just has 3 ingredients. It has dandelion heads right out of your yard. You can get them, okay? Make sure, I have done enough research to know, make sure you get these out of your own yard, not a public area that may have been sprayed with pesticides or anything like that. We're using coconut oil. This I got at Walmart. It's just natural or neutral flavor. There's no flavoring in it. It's just the organic coconut oil. I have this one that was from my pantry, and I got this brand because I was at Aldi today, so I grabbed some of this. Simply Nature, just because I was scared I wasn't going to have enough. And then I've got Great Value Sugar. That's it, and we're going to use water in our double boiler. I'll show you that in just a minute. But in reading up, initially, if you saw my post a week or so ago, I wanted to make dandelion tea, just because dandelions aren't just weeds, right? They have these wonderful properties that benefit us health-wise, and I was gonna make some tea for to help with some inflammation and other fun 50-year-old things, but I also needed a Mother's Day gift, and so I thought, you know what, I wanted to try this sugar scrub that I saw, and it's going to be so cool. Dandelions help, I'm trying to remember all the things they help with as far as your skin. They help or aid in the healing process of skin in things like dry skin, eczema, psoriasis. They have anti-aging properties, right? Lots of good stuff in the dandelions. The sugar, we're using that because of, it's got exfoliation properties, right? That's gonna help that, get that abrasive scrub to take off all those dead skin cells. And then of course, coconut oil is just a great moisturizer, right? I love some coconut oil. So those are going to be our ingredients. It's going to take us, we'll get started here. Let me move some of this out of the way so you can see. I've got some water here. I did not measure it. I've got a pot, just a stock pot, a medium-sized stock pot, and I've got a glass bowl. That's really, if you don't have a this is all a double boiler is, easy breezy. So I'm just gonna pour enough water in the bottom of my pot. I'm gonna get it to probably a medium low, because I want it to heat up. I don't want it to boil. I don't want to cook the stuff in the double boiler. I'm gonna go ahead and just use all of that. That was probably about 3/4 of a cup. I actually might get a little bit more. I'm going to put a full cup of water in there. Okay, and you want to make sure my bowl's big enough. It's not touching make sure your bowl is not touching the water. Okay, you just want that heat to come up and heat what's in the bowl without actually cooking it. Okay, so I'm on medium low, got my glass bowl in place. And now I'm going to get my coconut oil in there. I need 1/3 cup. So I got my measuring scoop here. And I'm going to kind of spoon it in. I need 1/3 cup of coconut oil. And I know this is probably not the proper way to measure it. I learned about water displacement years ago in home ec, but we're not doing that. I'm just filling up this 1/3 cup and we're winging it today. Just get close to what 1/3 cup is. Again, we're not eating this or baking this, so it doesn't have to be like 100% exact. It just needs to get close. Or at least that's what I'm saying. All right, so that looks like 1/3 cup. We're gonna put that in. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I might just go ahead and use what's left in here because there's not that much left in there. So I think, just so I don't have to put up a jar that's almost empty, because let's face it, nobody likes it when somebody puts up a jar that's got like a spoonful of something in it. If you have kids, then you know. There's nothing worse than thinking that you have something in the pantry and going and opening it up and it's got like this much of whatever in it. Don't do that. Don't be that person. All right, so we are putting the oil down in the double boiler. That coconut oil is, when it starts heating up, it's gonna liquefy, okay? And then once we get all of our stuff in it, it will, once it cools down, it'll solidify into like a balmy, just like shortening, or, you know, you all have seen coconut oil. When it cools back down, it'll look like that, right? Like a balm. So now into that, we're gonna put just a handful of dandelion heads. If I can get them out, I filled up a whole little jar. So just a handful, I'm just dropping them right in there, if you can see. So that is gonna fuse into the, pull that down, into that oil as it begins to heat up. So that's what's happening. And that needs to happen for about 30, I think it said 30 to 45 minutes. So you'll be able to tell because that oil will liquefy and it'll start turning yellow. So it's gonna get all of the, leach all that goodness out of the dandelions, okay? So in the meantime, while that's happening, I'm just gonna take into another bowl, oh, we're gonna put that one in, it fell out, 1/2 cup of sugar. Maybe if I can get the sugar open. All right, so I got 1/2 cup. That I will measure. Maybe. 1/2 cup of sugar. I'll put just a smidge more. There we go. So I've got a 1/2 cup of sugar in this bowl, plus a smidge. And I'm just gonna kind of put that to the side here while we wait our 30 minutes. And I wanna show you these. Look how stinking cute these are. I got them, the top screws off. They're the perfect little size for, like, it looks like a little jar you would get in a beauty store, right? You can see through the top, so you can see what it is. I'm gonna dress it up really cute, and I'll show you a picture. I'll post a picture when it's finished. But I got this at Hobby Lobby, and right now I got it 50% off. So it was like $1.99. No, $1. It was $2.99, so $3. So I got it for $1.50. So and I bought a handful of them because I thought, oh, this would be perfect gift. They had this brassy color, they had a gold color, and they had silver. Of course, they had, this isn't the only, this is the one I liked, and there were 3 different options in this version, but they have, of course, a whole row of jars and containers that you can choose from. You can, this might have been one of the smallest, but they had bigger, medium-sized ones, large ones. You pick the one you like. Maybe you just want to put it in a mason jar that you have at home. That would be cute too. I just wanted something a little fancier since it was for Mother's Day. So there you go. So I'll be back as soon as this happens. Okay, so the magic has happened. I've turned my burner off. I've got a slotted spoon, and we are just going to just scoop out, kind of drain the, make sure the oil drains off. We're going to scoop out those dandelions. Okay. I got a little bit of, like, it's got a little bit of dirt in it. I'm trying to get out. Get as much of the, there we go. It's still got some little pieces of the petals in there, and I think that's okay. That kind of gives it a cool look. So now I'm going to take a 1/4 cup measure, and I'm going to take, I'm going to pour it into my, you'll see, I don't know if you could see it in the bowl, but it's yellow, pretty and yellow. So I'm gonna take a 1/4 cup of that oil and pour it into my 1/2 cup of sugar. And just gonna grab a fork, and we're gonna just mix that together. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It's a pretty pale yellow. It smells decent. Again, this isn't really, we don't want it to stink, but it's not for perfume either. It's for exfoliating purposes. Getting all the, oh my gosh, this is it, y'all. That's it. That's all there is to it. And now you've got this neat little sugar scrub. And as that oil cools, it's going to kind of gel up and firm up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and just get some into our jars here. I want to pick out, there's a piece of grass in there. Pick that out. We're just going to start scooping it in our little jar. Kind of packing it down as I go. Look how cute that is. Isn't that precious? DIY dandelion sugar scrub, y'all. All right, I'm gonna dress it up, probably put a little tag on it, and I'll post a picture here at the end. Love it. How easy was that? I'm excited. And the 1/2 cup of sugar with these small jars, it looks like I have enough to make 2. So, happy sugar scrubbing.